Would you rather own a kingdom on the verge of bankruptcy or lose the empire to your enemy? This is Lord Cedric. He owns the most prosperous valley in the land, filled with gold, grain, and fine silk. But his rival, Duke Silas, is coming to take it. Silas doesn't want to fight a war. He is simply going to buy the loyalty of Cedric's knights and officials until he owns the majority of the land. This is a hostile takeover. Cedric knows he cannot stop Silas from buying, so he signs a new law. The law says, the moment any outsider buys more than 10% of our land, every current villager is instantly granted the right to claim 10 gold coins from the treasury for free. Cedric smirks. He assumes Silas is a rational man. He thinks Silas will see the law, calculate the massive cost, and realize the valley isn't worth the price. The law is a scare tactic, a bluff. But Silas doesn't stop. He thinks Cedric is the one who is rational. Silas believes no ruler would ever actually bankrupt their own kingdom just to spite a rival. He keeps buying. Cedric watches from his tower, his hands trembling. He will stop at 9%, Cedric whispers. He has to. Silas doesn't stop. He buys the final acre that pushes his stake to 10%. The law is triggered. Thousands of villagers rush to the treasury. They empty the vaults. The valley is now drowning in debt, and its resources are depleted. Now Silas looks at the valley. It is no longer a prize, it is a liability. He realizes that he has just spent a fortune to become the ruler of a bankrupt wasteland. In economics, this is called the poison pill strategy. It is a tool used by companies to prevent a hostile takeover. We see this today in the stock market. When a corporate raider tries to buy a company against its will, the board might use a shareholder rights plan. They allow existing shareholders to buy more stock at a massive discount. This floods the market with new shares, making the company much more expensive to buy and diluting the raider's power. It is a desperate, scorched earth move. By poisoning its own value, the company makes itself so unattractive that the buyer gives up. But just like Cedric, the company often ends up much weaker than when it started. So what did we learn from Silas's hollow victory? A poison pill strategy isn't meant to be executed. It is meant to stay on the table as a warning. See you in the next story.